baseball player and that kind of. We had the stars. We had Muhammad Ali. We had people that are stars. We have Cary Grant and movie. And are the people that are like the superstars of this software realm, the software programmers? Who are some of the superstars that we could identify? Are they given recognition? They're really having an impact upon the world. Time did a thing one time where the man of the world was a computer itself, just a machine.
Well,
but the people that
computer do you remember?
No, I don't remember. No, it was just a computer, but it was just taken as a thing. Rather, the man of the year was just the computer itself. But the thing is, who are the supercomputers? Who are the Michelangelos of the software? Because that's the instructions that make the computers work. You have the designers of the hardware systems and the things that are going on in one end, and then you have the ones who design these programs. It's a genius quality. Are there some that are the Wright brothers or the Henry Ford or the John D. Rockefeller or the Muhammad Ali of software programming that are recognized by people who understand it? And if so, who are they, and what are some of the common characteristics that these people have had, and what's the likely?
I can't tell you the truth.
Okay. You see, as important as they are, we should
I
recognize
can tell you
that
one of the biggest names. We're not talking about Bill Gates and entrepreneurs, but there's a man named Pierre Boulez, a mathematician, who was
Boolean logic.
Boolean operands. Yeah. Yes, we use Boolean operands in computer science, computer mathematics for order operations, and so on. So there's a name you always see because you're doing a Boolean search.
Yeah, right.
But he wasn't concerned. He was before computers, but his mathematical laws are applicable to computer language.
Yeah.
So he's a hero.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say who might be a hero because it doesn't require 20 years of dedication, and I don't know. But I don't know the criteria.
We have Academy Award for. We're about to have Academy Award. Some pictures are going to be voted the best. Do they have an Academy Award for software programs that are neat, or are great, or are new, or a breakthrough, or something? Because I mean, the technology with the nanotechnology and the all of this kind of stuff and the design of the computers is going very quickly and all that sort of thing. It's recognized with the Intel and that kind of thing. Everything. But in the realm of the software, it seems to me there should be like an Academy Award or something like that, recognition of the people who are really making the breakthroughs, either in making the stuff available to people, make it user-friendly, or some sort of genius getting past conundrums that have been there, making the system better, or introducing new tremendous capabilities. What I guess I'm saying is we don't give enough credit societally to the genius of the people that are behind all of these systems that are shaping the world.
I don't know if we could come up with a list. I don't know who the geniuses might be.
The Hall of Fame, the Software Hall of Fame or something.
I think that's a very interesting, if this gets the proper airing, I'm sure we'll see something on the internet soon.
Yeah, it probably will, because everything ends up there pretty quick, right?
Quicker than quick. Mm. And there's a dearth of information. So this is relevant. This is delicious. So it might end up there. I don't think people in this field are as concerned with imagery. All you have to do is take a look at them. As in glamour, all you have to do is take another look at them. Right. So they don't really care about pats on the back and accolades. They rather go back to their terminals with a sandwich and get back to work.
Yeah, well, they're creative.
I think.
It seems to get that idea. Yeah. Well, they used to be like nerds, or they were thought of as that way. They weren't.
Hasn't changed that much.
Yeah, and so they're that kind of thing. Well, I take my hat off to them. I mean, the thing is going so quickly now, and I just think they should. And I'm just wondering about, they should be. The market is what's doing it now. I mean, whether they have these
the market
programs
and the internet are two. The internet was one. The internet was really a base of information 10 years ago. It's a huge marketing tool now. Mm-hmm. It's like 10%. In the old days, in the internet, when you went on the internet, there was not even a web browser. But when you went in and you punched in, go ahead, give me an idea so I can.
Binary economics.
You had to pick binary economics.
Yeah.
All right, so now, well, then, 10, 12 years ago, if you typed in binary economics, you got binary economics. And you got papers by Lewis Kelso,
right.
And you got them from the University of Sweden. You got them. This is all academic.
Yeah.
You went to the University of Berlin.
Well, the ARPANET started with academia,
and that's how it was 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Now you punch in binary economics. You're going to get dog food named economics. You're going to get a guy named Joe Binary living in Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, couldn't that be helped by having a sophisticated system where you could define the search more
It used to be.
and software programs that help you define the search better and all these kind of things? The technology can be used to advance the process by which the technology is being put before people.
We can go back and use your boy.
Or if we get good software design.
That's not that. There's a dearth of information filtration, and besides that, marketing people and design people are going to make sure that they're not excluded from any searches. They will purposely use double redundancy, triple redundancy. They will put catchphrases on the page just so their site loads when you do a search. So
and they know how to do these tricks, right?
Tricks, that's right.
Yeah.
So when you do this binary economic search, Joe Binary is going to, from Arkansas, with his barbecue roast, he's coming out. He's coming out on binary economic search, and
well, he does have that new good barbecue sauce. That comes in, right.
Joe Binary's barbecue sauce.
Yeah, so it's becoming more and more, and it's going more and more quickly all the time. It's growing apace all the time. I'm still new to it, relatively a year or so through the internet. I just find it a miracle thing that it exists in the world. You can write a letter, and
it is.
A split seconds in Peking or some damn thing. It's amazing. And then all the different things that you can find, and you got search engines of search engines, and increasingly sophisticated search, and there's an incredible amount of information out there.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
It's coming more and more
it's just
all the
that
time.
Unfortunately, the evolution of information has gone from academia to
Wall Street,
a little bit of commercialization, but
Madison
Wall Street has relative information.
Yeah, right, that's true.
Market,
Yeah,
financial information.
Yeah.
But a lot of it has gone to junk advertising. And I don't mean spam when I say junk. I just mean when you go to a site, instead of just seeing what you want to see, they'll have a banner, click here, and they'll have a banner, click here, lower your credit card, see you buy a car, get a new hat. You know, you just want to find out the time of a movie, and you know.
Yeah, well, is that
which you couldn't do before?
Is that just because that's because of the commercialization process?
That's it.
Is there going to be a realm within the internet where there's going to be a realm of commercial activity, commercial commodity-driven kind of thing?
That's stop right there.
And then is there going to be another realm over here which is going to be non-commoditized? Like they have television in this. Maybe we could talk about it because we're here in a particular unique realm called access television. There's television. It's all market-driven. You know, ABC and the networks, and even PBS looks an awful lot like commercials on PBS and everything now. Then you got access television. And here it's strictly non-commercial. In fact, they monitor to make sure there's no commercial activity going on within the access realm. It's non-commodity based. Do you think there's going to be an increasing division of the internet, and perhaps in following upon that society, between a commercially oriented and a non-commercially a non-commoditized oriented society? Or is the commoditization process just going to take over every single human emotion and thought and everything else, and they're going to turn absolutely everything into a commodity? It seems to be the development that some people see. Or do you think the division will be remaining in that the important things...
Well, what does history tell us?
Well, I don't know.
So commoditization. And the only way it's going to be divided or divisionized is through regulation, and there's not going to be any regulation.
Well, I said there's no regulation of software programs. There's no department, there's no government regulation of this industry. I mean, hardly. I mean,
you think? You just brought up a question about commodities. It makes me wonder, how come there's no tobacco advertising on the internet?
There is.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen? Oh, tobacco on banner ads and that.
Oh, tobacco, just tobacco sites, tobacco ads. They can't advertise on.
All you have to do is do a search tobacco and you get 100.
Usually you go to the Really? I'll have to look. I never thought, but you're talking about going to the Philip Morris Corporation, or you're talking about tobacco sales?
Sell it and that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know. I don't mean tobacco shops that have and tobacconists and pipe manufacturers. No. I meant Marlboro Man on an ad.
Oh, I see. No, I
like a billboard.
Yeah, it's a thought. I hadn't thought. Things are moving so quickly. So you're doing web design, right?
That's correct.
That's.
And I want to do the Marlboro, Philip Morris Company.
You want to do I see. Right. Okay, we're in television here. The internet now is becoming. They're blending, right? And you're coming at it in the most recent. You've been working with these computers and that sort of thing, web design. Now, we just started with streaming here. MNN. We're very happy. There aren't very many places where they do it. They stream onto the internet. As the program is cable, this program will be put on the internet to people that can be picked up around the world. So that the two are blending in a certain sense through this digitization process that's going on and so forth. You see that happening? Is there going to be a blend between the big screen or the television and what's been television and the realm of the computer, and are the two going to blend, or what do you see from your perspective being involved with web design and understanding the computer?
There are a few technical problems. One is, as you well know, one is bandwidth. And the other is going to be the hardware. In other words, in order to actually make this successful at this stage,
you need
not what
a
it's
T3 line.
You need at least a 300K connection.
Yeah.
You have to have DSL, you have to have cable modem. If you have 56K, you think you're streaming, you can go dig a hole in the ground in the backyard, because it's not happening.
George Gilder tells us, and he looks at the broader developments that are going on. These things are developing. George Gilder, yeah. He's written the book Telecosm, and he's the voice. I mean,
didn't he write
kind of thing.
Sexual Suicide?
No. Yeah, he wrote that thing. That was another book. He was off on another thing, but he wrote Macrocosm back in '89.
Well, I'm just saying, I like
Great
George
book.
Gilder.
He's an important force. And Ian Kurzweil, these people understand these things. He's written the book Telecosm. He says, get ready, we're coming, because the technology is advancing so quickly, the capability, we're going to have unlimited. How is the world going to deal with unlimited bandwidth? That we're going to have no bandwidth problem, that it's going to be coming technologically, and he said that's coming within, the immediate time
You adjust
ahead.
in a matter of seconds. Even though yesterday, this file took you 45 minutes to download, and it takes 8 seconds today.
Or something.
From now on, it's as good as your last download. You're always going to expect it to be 8 seconds, or 7 seconds, or 10 seconds. You're never ever going to, unless you go to someone's house who's... You're never going to experience that 45. It's time. It's perceptive. So now your standard is 8 seconds. So now when it becomes 2 seconds, well, so what? It was 8 seconds. Now it's 2 seconds. That's hardly a change. But
it's that bandwidth. But he says that we have the technological capability coming over bandwidth limitations, and that there's.
And what's the effect of that?
Well, I don't know. It might be a blending of television and effective good streaming and that sort of thing that's going to become part of the internet, and what the effects of it are. We're on television here. We're in television. The non-commoditized use of it, and we would be happy to be able to have programming that we do go out to a wide number of people in a non-commoditized kind of way. And the bandwidth is coming in. The computer developments are coming in. The blending of the television and the communications, or the computer and the telecommunications.
They certainly are becoming one,
blending.
because they're both using digital files. MPEGs are what you get on digital TV, and MPEGs are what you stream down and digitize.
Do you lament the loss of the analog kind of signal? You were lamenting the loss of film, or the quality of film. Do you think there's something about the analog world that is something, or is that something we can do very happily say goodbye to?
No.
In your view?
If you're looking for performance,
because
there's no aesthetic value to analog or digital, I don't see any.
You don't see any. Okay.
Not in terms of hard science.
Yeah.
So, if you have a 1936 Ford in mint condition, that has aesthetic value, but performance value is not going to do shit against a Dodge Viper or a Corvette Stingray. So, if you're talking about performance, then you want to go with the modern, robust vehicle, the BMW, not the 1954 Chevy, so on and so on. But if it's aesthetic value, okay, but so analog has no 1954 Chevrolet aesthetic value. It's dead. No value. So we're talking about a performance feature. We're going to go.
So
with
this digital divide and this digitalization of the world that is coming now is net beneficial and is moving that way, and it also links up the audiovisual world of image and so forth, and the computing world. And it's an unalloyed benefit to the human society as we begin to look ahead. I mean,
its potential, yes and no. The potential to help is there, but we have modern medicine today in this country that doesn't exist in other continents.
That's right.
And science, technology, is it helping them? Our technology?
On the whole, I think the technology probably is, isn't it?
The only way I see it helping is drip down. Trickle down. Trickle down. So, other than trickle down, I don't see it helping them at all. We might know how to cure this. We might know how to make.
Oh, does it help the people in the third world?
Yeah, does it help the world? No.
Coffee Anand is very happy to say. He said, "Do you realize half the population of the world, or 6 billion?" 3 billion of the people of the world have never in all of their life even made a single telephone call? That's pretty amazing, that sort of thing. Or half the population lives on something like $2 a day of income, that's all. So yeah, you got all that kind of stuff. The technology comes that way, although it's coming more rapidly I mean, the ability, and there's an erosion in price. That's one of the things.
That's a happy
unit,
feature.
It's a thing Fuller used to call these ephemeralization, doing more with less. You can do more and more with less. There's got to be some sort of a built-in advantage to that. And the chips get smaller and smaller and more powerful. Moore's law, they double every 18 months, and that's going to continue into molecular computing.
That's a good thing, because that's a dual thing happening. What happens is marketing. God bless marketing. The prices drop, so everybody's marketing technology
incredibly
under
so.
$1,000. You can buy a machine for under $1,000.
Yeah.
The other good news is,
and the prices are eroding at
well, the other good thing is that what you at $1,000 you're getting state of the art technology, all close to it, 70% state of the art technology.
Yeah.
What you can purchase for yourself for today for $1,000. And you compare it to what you could purchase 10 years ago for $1,000. Because it's always $1,000, it's just the machine's changed.
It's got so much more capability.
It's unbelievable. A machine like you can purchase today didn't exist then, and even if it did, it would cost $15,000.
That's right.
It'd be one of a
Sure.
And you can get it for $800.
Yeah. And it's also not, in a certain sense, the ephemeralization principle